No, it's very damp.
It is just washed because there were lots of blood on it before.
Oh, okay.
Remember, we did kill someone in here.
Stabbed them on the table and everything. So
This is like a almost broken pillar. That's a huge safety hazard.
that is true.
I-
Like looking at the ceiling.
Company health and safety will
Don't think we should
will just shake their heads like.
Clearly, that crack there is from when Lady Sulfur missed drilling it.
And there are not enough fire exits nearby.
No fire extinguishers.
You have to climb up the wall and out that little window. So, and lots of fire. Although there's not really much that can burn in here.
Oh jeez.
Fuck
This looks
you.
wooden.
Fucking fuck you, Java. I had to restart. I restart map tool, and I'm like, alright, wait for it to load the campaign. I switch to the upper Azathyr map, fucking loads instantly. Less than a second. Like, what the fuck?
I don't know. Java is a mysterious thing.
Yeah, I don't think mysterious is the right word, but it's certainly a thing.
Maybe it's because you erased that left image there. No, whatever it was.
You have to apply the sacred oils and
Yeah.
pray to the machine spirit that it may release us from this.
That's probably what it is. Since the image is gone, you know, that right image. I have to vote for that because it being there means that Java didn't go the fuck at me.
You pick the one that you can never see.
You know, I'm okay with that. There are many things I've never seen in my life, and I've learned to let them go. Every single one of them.
All right.
Let's see here.
It's like, I'll never get intimate with every girl I've known. It's okay. I've learned to let it go.
And Sandor looks very, very angry.
Common problem, I think. Like every single person in the world.
Sandor has no
Except for
pupils.
people who don't
What?
know anyone.
Jeep, I have a spoiler for you. We don't have pupils either.
What?
No, we have entire red eyes. There's no eyeball, it's just red.
Oh,
Ivy
it's
has
not entirely
kind of
red.
pupils.
It's just we don't have pupils. My eye
Makes
color
sense in the
definitely
Underdark, I
varies.
guess.
It's what happens when you live underground.
You lose your pupils.
It's true.
Apparently.
Well, what do you know?
Oh no, Jonas, you can't live underground, otherwise you couldn't be a teacher anymore, because you'd lose your pupils.
Oh no! That's a good joke.
Ah, and we can hear that.
Actually, only one of our family has red eyes. That's only Elinary.
Torlin. Why do we have Torlin?
What's our most common eye color?
So
Got me and
it's true, I have sun-kissed ancestry, so my eyes are these glowing ice blue.
Oh,
And
Got free
the same
blue.
with Rain. And
how
Tristan.
exotic!
And Zin is sort of grey, apparently, from the looks of it.
technically Sakari's got red eyes.
Sakara's
man.
not part of the family.
Well, that is his old picture, but he can keep that if you want.
Oh yeah,
I like the
don't
new
you?
one more, actually.
You do? Right.
Yeah, this one looks so, like, I don't know, not celestial, but kind of spooky.
Well,
The celestial hell animal.
I can change it back. I still have the old one. Manaki, this is the old token. So,
Okay.
yes, so we don't have claws on it.
You didn't save the old and
I did.
then just plunk it down here. Just drag and drop it.
This?
I don't know which one.
Oh, what do you know? I think it's the same.
That's one that's been updated. It's more health, at least.
Well, it's not supposed to. For some reason, we
Oh, sure.
we gave him too much health for some reason.
Right.
Let's delete that one. Yes, a little too much health.
We gotta stop living in a kingdom with rooms and objects and tables and chairs that are far bigger than any of us. Really, it's it's kind of awkwardly sized.
It's to not make the gnomes feel really bad. Everything is huge.
That's a big table you have there.
That's a very big table you have there.
Carlin. That's a villainary spot. There we go.
You're in my spot.
You know, I'm not gonna lie here. I think Sandor easily looks the scariest out of all the tokens.
Yep.
He does.
Who would you least want to meet in an alleyway?
This guy.
He does fit in rather well, doesn't he?
The Gorval's also quite
He's
Interesting
like,
fellow.
you have like a redneck gnome.
Isn't all gnomes rednecks though? I mean,
I suppose some of them. Like a millers are very important.
God, I don't know what the vault is, but you do look like you were born on the same day as it for sure.
heyo. If I could, I would affect sudden drawl when I talk with Sandor's voice, but I can't.
We've all gathered here in the council meeting to talk about our various things happening here in the Azather.
Oh my god. Yes. I would. Oh man, I so wish. So it's like that sudden drawl and the posh British accent. Those are the two I really want.
You don't need a posh British accent. You just go, "You what, mate?
That's
You want to fight? I'll fight you."
that's
There we go.
role-playing
I'll mix them up together. That there, get you want, mate?
I would be a little confused if like a British man in a top hat with a pipe and like a little dog and all the British things, a scarf, such came up and just talk like that.
the Cockney accent. I mean, that's someone I would. That's an accent I would use if I played someone who was about to, pick a fight with like whatever his name is.
Well, that's
A British guy who always plays like a crooked cop with a heart of gold or a bounty hunter with a heart of gold. That's basically all he plays ever.
no idea.
He's starting Crank, lead role in Crank. What is his name? God damn it.
Statham?
Yes, Jason Statham. Thank you. That Cockney accent is something someone who is fighting Jason Statham has. Okay.
You after I eat me pasty.
I don't even know what to make of this. Well. Since we have potentially a long way to travel.
So, introduction, Jonas. Introduction.
You what, mate? Hang on. Need the proper page up for this because there's going to be a lot of shenanigans going down tonight, I think.
It's going down tonight. You ain't saying nothing. Ain't saying nothing.
Yay!
Yes.
Let's see.
Very.
There we go. Kingdoms! Oh, that's what we want. Alright. What happened last time? DDS.
Not me. Oh.
It's you.
You what, mate?
Well, last time, I believe... Yes, thank you, Grimith. I believe we started in Festival, and then we travelled upwards through the jungle to Bothas. We left our army outside the view of Bothas's gate initially, and Rillaned, using his great ability at lying and his rakish personality, managed to get inside and completely ruin the drawbridge before vanishing away. And in result, we moved forward our army, and we faced the guard captain, who was Quo, I believe it was.
Yes.
Who, he was quite upset at the fact we destroyed his bridge. But we managed to strike a deal with him to basically let us 5 inside to, well, try and take down the Baroness. With our skeletons on our side. Up the staircase we went, and we fought a battle where any one of us could have died very easily. We lost both skeletons as well. But we succeeded. And Rilla's amazing ability to dodge her amazingly powerful sword. And then we claimed the throne of Vothus. And had, well, basically like an early council meeting to work out who's going, work out all the roles quickly. And half the players fell asleep.
Yes, that was the best part, I think. Half the group actually falling asleep.
I didn't fall asleep.
That's true. That's true.
Well, it was like 4 o'clock in the night.
It was kind of late, yeah.
It was very late. And at least I muted my microphone, so...
You didn't hear the snores?
I bet I snored.
I have had that happen before. Someone actually fell asleep during mid-session at one point and basically fell asleep over the table, drooling on the map. It was pretty great.
What?
Yep.
Uh,
All right. Yeah. So, as per the orders you sent out at the end of the last session, you have now gathered all the people you have elected to council within the halls of Vothus, basically. There's a decent collection of different rogues and other random assortment of critters. And everyone has made their way here as quickly as they can, and many seems to be quite interested in what's going to happen next. It takes a while for people from festival like Ivy and Sandor to get here, but they do in time. And a couple of weeks basically after the taking of office, your selected council is gathered in full for the first time. And it is everyone's favorite and good friend Tarlin who approaches Alunari at the a week or so after the taking of office. And I imagine Alunari is maybe on the throne.
Yes, she's sitting on it currently.
Yep.
Taking attendance if he has somehow said that he's going to visit.
Yes.
Right. He'll take it on the throne.
Sure. Tarlin, will sweep in, formal and courteous as he always is. He will smile towards Alunari and bow, and say, "My queen, it appears that most of the council members have finally arrived in Vothus. We are ready to call together the first proper council." He bows again. "Of your new rule, my queen."
Alunari smiles confidently, sort of, and says, "Good. I see no reason to delay. Gather my siblings and the other council members, and we shall begin."
He bows again. "At once, my queen." He turns around and walks out with the elegant and fluid grace that has, marked his gait in the past. He will certainly seek out most of the members of the siblings first, as that was his orders. Where is Tristan at this point? What has she been doing?
Since Elenary is here, that means no school, so that's awesome. I bet she's in her room, just looking around, seeing what's there, and trying to come back to where trying to feel like it's home again, but it's not really working at the moment.
All right. Yeah. Tarlin will knock on the door and give a quick nod to Trislin and tell her that her sister, the matron Vitharia, wishes to convene the first proper council, and has asked him to gather all of the council members.
She nods us right away and walks past.
After that, Tarlin will make his way towards the kennels, where I guess Sin is.
Yeah, Zin would just be outside, training and playing around with Aiden in his bed, doing
Sure.
fetch and attack that dummy over there and stuff.
Attack the dummy!
How's it working?
It's not working great. I mean, fetch is certainly working. The bat can fetch everything, but attacking is not exactly its strong suit. But Zin has...
Oh, sound disappeared.
Zin has, and Sheep is limited in this session. Apparently his headset broke, and he had to reconstruct it out of hot glue.
That was not my headset, though. I'm not sure what happened there.
Oh. Are you talking to us in the bathroom again?
No.
That's awkward.
That's pretty. I run all my sessions from the bathroom. That's why you hear the flush.
It's convenient at times. Come on.
It sure is.
Anyways, I'm not sure when I cut out.
Sin is, or something. Sin isn't.
Zin is... I don't know what I said.
It was something of the bat and not being.
He has more plans for the bat. He has long-term plans for it.
All right. But yeah, Tarla will show up and say, well, Lord Sin, your sister, the matron Vitharia, has asked me to convene the first proper council.
I see. Very well. And he will walk to the council.
Sin Tarla will try to find Rilland wherever he is. There isn't really a brothel at the moment, but
it should be pretty fucking easy since Rilland is the one who retrieved the gnomes in the first place.
All right,
and returned the stout gnome warriors back to Fasterfold, guiding them through the unfamiliar fungal jungle. Otherwise, they fucking might do something stupid,
Yeah, well, Tarlan will.
Rilland's having wonderful discussions in Gnomish, which immediately cut to a halt with Sandor and Ivy.
Scurries off. Well, Tarlan will nod towards Rilland and inform him the same, that his dear sister has called the first proper council.
Rilland makes the hand gesture of, like, go on. Like, there's going to be something more important than this.
Tom said it is to convene immediately, if I understand it correctly.
Rilland continues making the same hand gesture.
Tarling quirks an eyebrow, slight smile, and says, I shall inform her then that you will join as soon as you are able.
Rilland nods. And, in his quiet gait, Rilland moves a little bit faster now, since he's been gone, manages to keep quiet and follow behind Tarlin fairly well.
Right, after 15 minutes or something, I don't know exactly how long it takes, Tarlin will return, and most of the others have been, filed into the throne room. And many have taken, their seats around the
Move
fantastic
down,
table. Around the table that is in the middle of the room.
That's a weird table.
What? What's wrong with the table?
I don't know. Everyone is sitting somewhere.
Stunning revelations brought to us by us.
It's not like Schrodinger's feline here. I mean, it's...
Everyone is sitting somewhere.
It's deep, man. Real deep.
Well, that's correct, isn't it?
It's like from the bullshit generator you shared last week, right, Jonas? Everyone is sitting somewhere.
Well, we can change this a little. We can do it like this.
Profound truth.
Is this better? Is it worse?
I think we should do this and get Miko over there.
Yes.
Sure.
Better one or better two?
There we go.
Plus, it just doesn't
Perfect.
work.
Perfect. Well, Torlin will smile then as everyone has taken their seats, and he will turn to the people on the council, and he will say, again, he is speaking politely, but there is certainly some sort of urgency or a sort of a feeling of eagerness coming from him. As he smiles, says, very well. It seems that all the councilmen, as you have appointed, my lords, are gathered. I think we are ready to start. He smiles. Seems like some people have it's like small piles of papers and stuff with them. Ivy, actually, she is somewhat changed in her attire. She is, well, first of all, she is still kind of very practically dressed. Although you do notice that she has way better sort of quality of clothing at the moment. She almost looked like a cross between a gnomish noble and the rogue she once were. Clearly, her clothes are still very comfortable and very quiet and stuff, but they're certainly way more exquisite than they were last time. As for the others, most of them have dressed up in some sort of more formal clothing for this. Gorval Harak, for instance, hasn't. He doesn't have any blood on him, for instance. Although he has his quiet, sort of vicious scowl on him as he looks about. Especially shooting a few daggers at Ivy, Sandra, and Miku.
Imagine Miku has a lot of papers.
Miku has a lot of papers, and he looks very confused and concerned.
Elinary will, stand up from the throne and look upon everyone gathered and say, this is the first council meeting of my rule. We will go through each topic that needs to be addressed. First and foremost, we will hear who has something that needs to be addressed. Then I will decide upon its importance, and then we will discuss the topics one by one. You are all my advisory. She then sits down again. Now, let the meeting begin. What issues are there for my kingdom?
Well, there's silence for a second, and then Miku sort of moves about his papers a bit, and says, Alunari, I have...
It is... She sort of looks at Miku and says, I understand that you're not familiar with our customs, Miku, but you should address me by my station.
He seems to blink for a second, and then says, Matron, then? Looking over at her questioningly.
She nods. Statement is acceptable.
It seems to me that we have some trouble with the, economy. He sort of scratches his head a bit and says, I must say I am still not exactly sure why you have put me in this position. I have done the best I can. Sort of looks at all the papers, and I have had some help from Drillanid, sort of motioning over to him. At the current rate, we are somewhat self-sufficient, but if we are to expand and more coin is to flow into the treasury, certain things must be made. And he sort of looks around. First of all, trade routes. How? He sort of looks over at... let's see, who is that actually? Why do I don't have that here? Who makes the roll for stability? Is it the warden or is it the,
It's the warden.
warden? Really? Isn't it?
There's
Yeah.
loyalty on that.
Isn't it Marshall?
No, Marshall does exploration.
Marshall is economy.
I do some stuff to do with stability.
Marshall is not economy. Marshall is exploration.
The warden is the
Oh,
one who
yeah,
does
yeah.
the warden is the one who does stability
Does
checks.
stability.
Oh, yeah. Then,
Oh, the
Then-
checks, yeah.
then Miku will toss it over to Qual, and he will say, "Then first of all, there has been some trouble with the local merchants. Stirs of soldiery and well, others not really paying for the wares." He sort of looks at Qual. I believe then, he sort of looks at him, sort of squints his eyes, seems to recall a Qual, I think it was. If this is under control or not. Qual grimaces as he looks over at Miku and the way he's been addressed. And you can see sort of his jaw is certainly clenched. Especially when being talked to by this mushroom in this sort of way.
He doesn't know.
And Qual mumbles to himself, and he will make a roll here. Let's see here.
Little do we know, Miku is the most dangerous fighter sitting in this team.
He's pretty good.
Miku knows he could stab every single person in this room instantly.
He's afraid of
Get
no
away
one.
with it. He could walk out.
He's sitting very close to Lunari there. He can step and reach with his arm thing. Right, hang on. Let's see here. Because I need to brush up on these rules a little bit myself.
Sure.
Do. Yep.
Yeah.
Certainly done that. Now, as the warden, he needs to do a stability check. What this is basically seeing how well he has been able to keep law and order during sort of the last, the last period, or in this case, during the time he has had to establish his control. And to make said stability check, it is, if I am not mistaken, a D20 plus stability, the stat for stability for the kingdom, versus the control DC,
Yes.
minus the unrest for on the roll itself.
Uh-huh.
Which is then, let's see here, stability is unrest is already calculated for that. So it is a D20 plus 20 to keep stability.
That should be easy, right?
The DC is 22.
If you pull a yank, wow, well, that means you're never allowed to roll. In that case, if you succeed, unrest decreases by 1.
Yes. Qual nods and says, after having established myself and whipped some sense into these soldiers, I have managed to keep this under control. It is still unruly, mind you, and these soldiers are quite willful. The dedication to order is commendable, I think. It is unlike anything I have worked with before. But it has results. Although some of the men are showing some ill feelings to protecting commoners, or I think cretins, as they call them, looking over to Ivy and Sandor specifically. I have nevertheless enforced the council's principle on this point, and done so quite effectively. He sort of, brings up basically a paper report that he passes around. As you can see, the offenders has been taken care of. He smiles. As a small token of appreciation, many of the local merchants have donated to the state. He smiles. The funds has been brought into the stores of others. And you can add 1 BP to the treasury.
Hooray.
Yeah. After that, Miku, shuffles around and then says, and as for consumption,